Welcome back. I finally have some news for you. In retrospect, WWE fans should have been savoring every AJ Lee moment after CM Punk left the company. His departure and the subsequent controversy created an impossible situation for AJ. Her eventual decision to follow him out of WWE was as guaranteed to happen as Michael Cole overusing the word vintage. A new report from a few new websites says of how AJ probably did retire because of CM Punk. In November, I listened to CM Punk's entire podcast in the Art of Wrestling podcast. You could check that out. He said how he was just getting Z-Packs from Dr. Aman, whatever his name is. Yeah, for concussion symptoms. And I've seen a picture of him with the concussion. Not with the concussion, but because you don't really know if someone has a concussion. But I've seen a picture of him with the lump. But I've also seen pictures of him without the lump, so I don't really know where to go. One of the biggest stories to come out of that interview was that WB fired him on his wedding day. McMahon later said on Steve Austin's podcast that it was a coincidence that Punk's walking paper survived then, as Pro Wrestling Torch founder Wade Keller pointed out. Punk thought otherwise. And yes, I saw that podcast too on the Steve Austin show. And it did look like McMahon wasn't that mad at Punk. He was speaking calmly, and he said he would like to work with Punk again. Jim Ross also had similar thoughts, and I think a lot of people do. I think pretty much everyone does. It's shocking she even stayed for a whole year when WB has that bad of a relationship with a former superstar, a former WB champion. CM Punk was sure to be a future Hall of Famer. So she obviously walked out of the company because of CM Punk, and I think she's accomplished, but she could have accomplished even a little more. You know, maybe they could have had a Divas Money in the Bank match or Raw Divas Royal Rumble or whatever. But overall, AJ's an accomplished diva, and you have to thank her for what she's done to the Divas division. Well, the Divas have to thank her. Even though she was only 28 or 29 or whatever. And we're going to miss her, but it might be better for some divas because now they're the top star. Wondering what she's doing now? She's become an offer. The day after she retired, she became an offer right away, and she joined the literary something club.